When the Indian company Tata Motors quietly launched a new energy vehicle, perhaps no one thought that this car would shake up the entire market. But today, the situation is such that it is being discussed not only in India, but throughout the Asian auto market. We are talking about the Tata Punch, a car that forced people to stop and think the moment it was launched. The reason, its starting price is only approximately $6,200. Yes, a strong, reliable car now available with CNG at such a low price. This raises a lot of questions. Initially, people considered it just a small SUV, but as its features, mileage and price became known, the market sentiment began to change. While other companies were talking about expensive electric and hybrid vehicles, Tata, understanding the common man's budget and needs, played a masterstroke that grabbed everyone's attention. The biggest thing is that despite being launched with CNG, there has been no major compromise on safety, robustness, and performance. Now the question arises, how was this car possible at such a low price? Did Tata use a different engine technology? Or is there some secret formula in manufacturing that has brought the cost down so much? And the most important question is this car going to be a headache for other companies in the future? These are the questions that people will be looking for answers to until the end of this video. So before we move further in the video, please subscribe to the channel so that you can watch such videos first. While the entire auto industry was focused on EVs, expensive battery technology, and futuristic features, Tata Motors chose a completely opposite path. Most companies were assuming that the era of budget cars was ending, and people would either buy expensive EVs or continue driving their old cars. Experts also believed that there would be no major breakthrough in the low-cost car segment in the coming years, as technology was becoming more expensive, and safety and emission regulations had become stricter. Because of this mindset, no one suspected that Tata was quietly developing a product that would completely change the game. No big teasers, no fanfare, just waiting for the right moment. And when the car was finally unveiled, the market was truly shocked. In fact, Tata's background is such that they don't make hasty decisions. Tata Motors is not just a car company, but one of India's most trusted automotive companies. Every year, Tata Motors sells millions of vehicles, whether passenger cars, commercial trucks, or buses. In the passenger vehicle segment alone, Tata sells approximately 5 to 6 lakh vehicles every year in India. And if you add commercial vehicles, this number increases manifold. This means the company is well aware of the ground realities, what the customer wants, what their budget allows, and what technology people actually trust. Perhaps this is why, instead of blindly jumping into the EV race, Tata first understood what the common man truly needs today. Excellent analogy. You've perfectly captured the essence of what makes the Tata Punch's engine, and indeed, its entire value proposition, so impactful. It's not about peak technical specs, it's about purposeful engineering. Think of it this way, while some manufacturers chase horsepower per liter on a spec sheet, Tata focused on cents per rupee for the real world. The Punch's 1.2-liter 3-cylinder Revitron engine is a masterclass in intelligent compromise. Yes, it has modern features like multi-point fuel injection and a dual DVT system to help efficiency, but its genius lies in what it doesn't do. It doesn't strain for excessive power that would increase cost and fuel consumption in city traffic. Instead, it provides adequate linear power perfect for urban commutes. It's paired with gear ratios tuned for drivability, not top speed. This deliberate balance tuning prioritizes low-end torque for stop-start traffic, resulting in the low running costs and reliable mileage you mentioned. First, let's understand the CNG engine in simple terms. CNG stands for compressed natural gas. Simply put, it's a cleaner, lighter, and cheaper gas than petrol. When petrol burns inside the engine, it generates more heat and consumes more fuel. CNG, on the other hand, burns slowly and cleanly. This means the engine consumes less fuel to achieve the same power. It's like cooking lentils in a pressure cooker at home. It cooks quickly and evenly with less gas. CNG works in a similar way. The biggest advantage of the CNG engine in the Tata Punch is that it has been tuned from the start to avoid putting excessive stress on the engine. Many people think that CNG weakens the engine, but Tata has taken a different approach here. The engine is designed to remain smooth and reliable for everyday driving. So, whether it's going to the office, dropping children off at school, or heading out on weekends, you really don't need to deliver excessive power or get into unnecessary racing. It's just about having the performance you need, and nothing more. Now, let's talk about mileage, because honestly, this is where the CNG engine truly shines. While every press of the accelerator in a petrol car tends to lighten your wallet, the cost is, well, significantly lower with CNG. For the average person, all of this directly translates to saving more money at the end of the month. If someone drives 30 to 40 kilometers every day, a CNG engine really gives them the freedom to drive without worry. People no longer have to stop at the petrol pump every time and think, how much did I spend today? This is, honestly, one of the big reasons why CNG vehicles are rapidly gaining popularity, especially among the middle class and for taxi services. The secret to the low cost also lies here. Tata hasn't made the engine overly complex, which is actually a smart move. Fewer moving parts, a simple design, and reliable technology. These three factors together have made the engine both affordable and robust. So, it's kind of like a sturdy bicycle. No fancy gears, no unnecessary features, but it just keeps running without complaint for years. Tata has really applied that same philosophy to the engine. But hey, reliable performance doesn't mean the car feels sluggish in city traffic where you're always braking and accelerating. Actually, this engine performs effortlessly, and that's because it runs on CNG. The engine doesn't overheat, which, really helps extend its lifespan. In simple terms, the engine just doesn't get tired. Even if you use it for a long time, maintenance costs stay manageable. And honestly, that's the biggest relief for the average person. Another important point is that CNG engines are also, slightly better for the environment. There's less smoke, less noise, and the overall running is just smoother. All this really combines to make the driving experience easier, especially in large cities where pollution is a major problem. CNG emerges as a practical solution. So, why did Tata choose a different path from the EV race? So, when everyone in the world today is calling electric vehicles the future, the biggest question arises, why did Tata Motors choose a slightly different path from this EV race? The answer is actually very simple. Tata understood today before focusing on the future. As great as EVs sound, the ground reality is not that simple. When an average person thinks about buying a car, the first questions that come to mind are, where will I charge it? How much will it cost if the battery fails? And how much will it affect my pocket in daily use? Tata grasped this mindset of the average person and understood that EVs are not yet ready for everyone. Charging anxiety is still the biggest problem. Even in big cities, charging stations are few and far between. And honestly, the situation is even worse in smaller towns or villages. If someone goes to the office every day, drops their children off at school, or suddenly has to go to a relative's house, the thought that constantly runs through their mind with an EV is, will the battery last? On top of that, there's the fear of power cuts. So Tata thought, why not provide a technology that keeps people free from this anxiety? This is where CNG emerged as a strong alternative. Now, let's understand the CNG engine in very simple terms. CNG, or compressed natural gas, is not a liquid like petrol or diesel, but a gas stored in cylinders. When the engine runs, this gas burns slowly and cleanly. This is why the engine experiences less strain and fuel consumption is lower. It's kind of like cooking on a gas stove at home. There's less smoke, the heat stays consistent, and you can control your costs pretty easily. A CNG engine, well, it works in a similar way. When it comes to mileage, honestly, CNG is the biggest game changer out there. While the ever-increasing prices of petrol just keep burning a hole in your pocket, CNG is, significantly cheaper. For the average person, this basically means that the cost of driving feels like half as much at the end of the month. And for those who drive, say, 30 to 50 kilometers every day, CNG really is a blessing. That's why you see so many taxi drivers, delivery people, and middle-class families quickly switching over to CNG. The fourth way, and it's a big one, is the increased confidence of local companies. So, when an Indian company proves it can deliver a powerful package at a low price, it's only natural that other Asian companies will try to do the same. This leads to intensified price wars, feature wars, and of course, value wars. Scene 2. Value for money. In this kind of environment, premium EV brands will honestly have to work a lot harder on their pricing and what they offer, because now people are going to look at value for money just as much as the brand itself. If you like these real, down-to-earth auto analyses, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. Here we break down every new car, new technology, and all the major decisions in simple language, so you can make the right decision. Like the video, and yeah, stay